Now, a day after guests were harassed by Pakistan at an iftar party organized by the Indian High Commission in Islamabad, Pakistani government sources have accepted that yesterday's insult of guests was in fact a diplomatic retaliation by Pakistan. Remember, India too had stopped Pakistani guests from attending the iftar party at the Pakistani High Commission in New Delhi. Earlier, Indian envoy now slammed the Pakistani authorities for their intimidatory tactics, saying they were disappointing and counterproductive for bilateral ties. He added that such acts violated basic norms of diplomatic conduct and civil behavior. National Conference leader Omar Abdullah too hit out at Pakistan, calling out Pakistan's tit-for-tat diplomacy. He said, and I quote, "When India stopped Pakistani guests at the Pakistan High Commission in New Delhi during an iftar event, it was equally stupid and that it was time to stop such nonsense politics."
तहे दिल से शुक्रिया करना चाहूँगा जो हमारे दोस्त स्पेशली कराची से भी आए हैं, लाहौर से भी आए हैं, और मैं आपसे माफ़ी भी मांगना चाहूँगा क्योंकि मैं जानता हूँ कई लोग बहुत तकलीफ में आज अंदर आने में और कई हमारे दोस्त नहीं आ पाए।
इंडियन हाई कमीशन की तरफ से इफ्तार की दावत में जो गेस्ट आए उनके साथ जो व्यवहार किया है, इससे पाकिस्तान की नीची सोच जाहिर होती है। ये सुधरने वाला देश नहीं है। ना फ्रस्ट्रेशन किस पर जाहिर करेंगे, तो इफ्तार की दावत पे ही फ्रस्ट्रेशन जाहिर किया उन्होंने, लेकिन उन्हें मालूम होना चाहिए इस तरह की ओछी हरकत से पाकिस्तान का कोई लाभ होने वाला नहीं है।
Unfortunately, the relationship between India and Pakistan is really in bad shape. It's in a trough. I think that with the new government hitting its stride, they will really have to do a thorough review of Pakistan policy and decide what and how they wish to pursue the matter. As you know, the Pakistani government was not amongst those invited to the Prime Minister swearing in, unlike 2014. So the question that comes up now is whether we are going to allow the negative feelings on both sides to get worse, or whether some serious effort has to be made at the highest levels to change this relationship.
It's a very uncivilized behavior of Pakistani intelligence agencies or security forces. I think this time we should take it very seriously. I think they should be told categorically clear that this type of behavior will not be accepted by them.
The government sources have now confirmed to India today that this action was in fact done as a reciprocal action to what India did in New Delhi. The government sources also say that the iftar event in New Delhi, the Pakistan High Commission organized, actually was the day after the both Prime Ministers Narendra Modi and Imran Khan had spoken to each other, and that is why it was very blatant by India to actually have this harassment thing done to the guests that were going to the Pakistani High Commission, and that is why Pakistan has reacted in a similar way.
Our Foreign Affairs editor Geeta Mohan is now joining me live on this story. Geeta, what is expected to be India's next step? And it is being dubbed by many as tit-for-tat diplomacy. Why so?
Well, it is procedure. In all probability, we will be seeing a formal protest being lodged by India, either in the form of the DCM over here, the Charge d'Affaires being called in, but most probably it will be a note verbal that will be sent to the Foreign Office or to the Pakistan High Commission over here with regards to the treatment meted out to guests invited by the Indian High Commissioner in Islamabad. But this is not the first time that we've seen such behavior, intimidation, misbehaving with guests of the Indian diplomat in Islamabad is common feature every time ties dip between the two countries, and it has happened on both sides. A few days ago, we've seen the Indian side also warn guests, or at least dissuade guests from entering the iftar party of the Pak High Commission as well. So it's a tit-for-tat diplomacy that goes on between India and Pakistan every time relations between the two countries are at their lowest.
Right, Geeta, can you break down for us exactly what happened yesterday outside the Serena Hotel? What are your sources telling you?
Well, what we have seen in the past is that there have been officials on both sides that dissuaded guests. But yes, in the form and the method in which Pakistan has used methods of intimidation, forms of lying, that's absolutely new. Guests at the outside Serena Hotel were not just dissuaded, some of them were lied to, saying that there is no event taking place and that the event has been cancelled. Others were sent to one gate from the other to the other and were harassed in that form. We are also told through our sources that some of the guests were called prior to the event itself, saying that they will have to suffer consequences, and that amounts to threat. That amounts to real threat and intimidation, that they will have to suffer consequences if they attend the iftar party. So yes, while we've seen dissuasion on both sides, the kind of intimidation that we saw by the Pakistani authorities is certainly something that's a little different from the past.
Right, Geeta, thank you so much for those details. We also spoke earlier to former Indian diplomat N.N. Jha. Listen in.
Well, first of all, this artificially created thing that they're saying that the Indian officials prevented guests from going to Pakistan High Commission. So they have excuses, as they see, to do something similar at the other end in Pakistan on Iftar. Here also it was on Iftar there. Secondly, this is probably another way of showing their unhappiness at their Prime Minister not being invited to Modi ji's ceremony. These are the two things I can think of. And also it's a part of the general anti-Indian sentiment prevailing in Pakistan, which is headed by the army, ISI, and the extreme support among the extremists there.
Thanks for watching the video. For more such news and updates, please like, share and subscribe to India Today. Also check out our other great videos from our channel. We know you will love to.